Thunder Gaming presents Thunder Smash 2. 8 of the best players in the world. Team Liquid, the Buzz. T1 Larry Lurr. World Best Gaming MVD. Most Valuable Gaming Dark Wizzy. CLG Void. Most Valuable Gaming Salem. Demise GG Nico. And Panda Global Eason. 8 players. $10,000 prize pool. Live from Los Angeles. Thunder Smash 2 Invitational starts now.
Next up, Salem versus Larry Lurr. The other side of losers, of course, these two were able to get at least one win or 1 or 2 wins in the bracket, but other than that, not too much else, putting them in the loser side of the bracket. Salem's been showing Snake, showing Link too. Haven't seen too much of Salem Shulk yet though. And so, yeah, he went 3 and Salem went 3 and 6, whereas Larry Lurr
I don't think this one isn't updated, I believe, but yeah. Yeah, he did. I know Salem did go 3 and 6, which is surprising because he was one of those players that I mentioned, like when we started the show, that I felt like he would have the upper hand just because of the amount of characters that he plays.
Yeah.
And obviously, you know, the whole question of, you know, do you really need a secondary to counterpick people? I don't know, man. I don't know about that. Maybe you should definitely solidify it on a character that you feel a lot more comfortable because, like, obviously in this round robin invitational, it wasn't really cutting it for Salem.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. If he pulls out the Shulk here in bracket, you know, Salem, I've talked to him. He's been a guy known to hold his hand. He never shows his hand. Sometimes he has this crazy, wacky strategy for an event, and he's been saving it. And he actually chooses strategically when to show and not to show it because people will study him, or so he thinks so.
That, and like, he also just plays super patient, and he loves to embrace the campy playstyle.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like he, as we actually saw in 2017 EVO Top 8, Salem versus Zero, he literally would wait for Zero to commit to one mistake. He was
the monkey
down.
Flip.
Yep.
The infamous monkey flip.
The moment he monkey flipped, man, that Salem knew in that opportunity he had to capitalize to take the set. And
yeah,
that's the type of player that I feel like Salem is.
And right now we're going to see if Salem can use that same approach, be the ultimate baiter to get this wolf off the screen, or if Larry Lurr is going to show that he can still hold his own against any caliber of player, no matter how patient.
Yeah, Larry sticking to Wolf. Of course, we know that he was one of the most iconic Fox mains in Smash 4, and he definitely, I feel like Wolf fits his playstyle a lot in this game if he wasn't liking Fox at the beginning.
Right. That's the thing, he's played spaces in every single Smash game, and Wolf in this game was just really ridiculously balanced. Like, he's got amazing knockback on his hits, he hits very, very quickly, recovery's easy to mix up.
Oh
my goodness, I didn't even see that. Salem.
Honestly, it looked like he dropped the C4 the moment he saw that Larry Lurr was going to try to contest him so high up.
Yeah. All right, Salem taking an early lead, less than a minute into the play. And again, getting Snake's recovery, he has a couple of ways to mix it up. He can air dodge, of course, using that up B into the ledge. He can use his spear burst on the grenades. He can make it difficult for the opponent to catch him. But with Wolf, all he needs is one good read on that back air, because it does so much knockback. Even a character as heavy as Snake will die early. And as you can see, it's already been evened up here.
And the thing is with this matchup in particular, of course, you never want to hit Snake when he's holding onto a grenade because, you know, grenades do so much damage. I believe it's like 10.8 or 10.4% actually every single time. And it never steals because it's actually just an item.
And I believe the grenade comes out frame 1, doesn't it?
Yeah, so the thing is that I don't think it's bad in particular for Larry Lurr because although he can hit Snake Shield, well, when he can land on the ground and not get anti-aired by the up tilt, when he does land on Snake Shield, I feel like he gets a lot out of his conversions, especially into the up air. And I feel like he wants to try to go for these trades.
To me, Salem is showing some interesting aggression here. Actually, a lot less. Maybe it's because he's playing against the Wolf, but I'm seeing right now that up tilt killed him at like, what, 95% at the, not even from the ground, on the top of the stage. His anti-air reads are actually really good. And using that back throw, grenade it into a back air. The percent is just tagging on right now for Salem, poised to take this game 1.
He gets an offstage. This is Larry's opportunity. Tries to go for a read in the forward tilt instead. Salem, now this is where the defensive play comes into part. The C4 is by the ledge, so they'll try to cover him just in case.
Yep, and that's the classic snake recovery. Go high C4 into the, or Cypher into the bubble, and then use that B reverse to get a little bit of snapback back to the ledge. There you go. But this time, Larry caught on with a forward tilt. Not quite going to kill, but that up air will. All right, Larry even this out to 1 stock each.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about, just because I know that Wolf loves trading with those grenades, because, you know, if he hits you with a fair, that's great. Then he could follow up with an up air. Up air is so strong, but he needs to rack up the percent first, because Salem is doing a great job at doing it on Larry.
Wow, he almost got, again, that read off the up tilt. Larry needs to be very careful here, whereas Salem is happy to throw many explosions here. An up smash, a grenade, mixing in Nikita. Didn't get that forward tilt. And now waiting neutral. Oh, risky forward air, but he found 3.
And the fact that he fell with the first one was it allowed him to get 2 more after that, allowed him to get back onto the platform and just sneak into. That's the damage that he needs.
Larry, that footstool.
I was so scared that was going to be an up air. He's at 160. He's at 160.
He got him exactly to 160, put him down, and sent him up to the heavens, taking that game 1. Very good play from Salem.
I mean, Salem was in the lead for the most part, but Larry was popping off, at least at the very end of that first game.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why you saw, like, Salem, he knew the percent thanks to Gimmer's video, actually, on the whole snake throw into up tilt, and he was able to capitalize off of that, get the jab to 160, and just go for the up tilt, man. You got that confirmed. Why not use it?
I mean, yeah. Use what your mama gave you, of course. Game 2 now. Counter picking from Larry Lurr, throwing it right back to Pokemon Stadium 2. We're going to see how he can answer the fact that Salem was actually showing some interesting aggression there in that first game.
He definitely was, and I think, as you mentioned it really has to do with the fact that Larry's playing Wolf against him. And I feel like if he isn't aggressive, then Wolf is going to be able to infiltrate your space when you definitely want to be the one to have the... that 2-frame. That's 2-frame.
I would have 2 heart attacks. Coming down now.
You know, but it's nice to know also that Wolf can't just spam Blaster for free, especially if the grenades are on the ground, because they're going to hit the grenade before they hit the snake.
Interesting for him to go to up smash and neutral there. Of course, Wolf's up smash kind of scoops you in from the side. And a lot of times Snake wants to let his shield down, especially when using a grenade drop. Try to catch him there. Larry getting the first stock. Okay, trading neutral bees. Yeah,
except Salem actually parried that one. Gets stage control, and it just fell right back down and hit him. He let go of the reflector.
I'm actually noticing, I haven't seen Larry, maybe Wolves in general, use the down B reflector against Snake's projectiles. Is it not wise to do so, or do you think there's risk in getting hit twice?
It could be because he's just trying to conserve it and not try to show off all his tools. You know, I know we're talking about that with Salem, but Larry could be doing the same thing. I mean, I feel like it's a situational occurrence for him to use the reflector.
It might be, but if you're going to show your tools when you're down 1-0 and losers, might be a good time.
Yeah, definitely agree on that. Oh, he tries to go for the grab and to roll by the stage, probably trying to bait out to see if Larry was going to go for a roll there.
Yeah, I do like the fact that Salem is actually cleverly throwing the grenades just a little bit less than the explosion, which kind of makes Larry have to gauge on his own. Is it going to blow up yet, or do I have an extra second shield? But every extra second you shield is one more you can grab by Salem as he runs up to you.
Oh, the high recovery from Salem. Is he going to try to contest him again? Remember, we saw him drop the C4, but the C4 was actually set on the stage there.
Yeah, 120, getting an upper there will kill, but he was able to avoid it. Important lead here, goes for the reflector, and now finds a back here to get the lead on game 2.
That was a good change up of pace right there, because Larry was basically cornered on the side and stage there. He was forced to use the reflector and then forced immediately to shield afterwards. And dude, that Nikita's so good. The risk and reward in that move is just absolutely ridiculous.
That Nikita lasted like an entire season of Simpsons. Like, that was so long.
Closes out the stock with the down smash. And you know, I know everyone's like, just hit it, hit it. You could hit it, but he could reactivate the hitbox with the shield button again. I mean, it won't be as strong, but still a thing.
Yeah. He actually blows up the C4 right before he's able to be in its own hitbox. Kind of illuminating his own drop when he comes down with the back air. Okay.
Oh, try to cost up on the dash attack.
He's going for these empty raw nairs and they're not working too well for him. And that actually might have cost the kill. Oh!
That was perfect from Larry. The jump into down air, seeing that Salem was going to recover below the ledge a little bit, he knew he could overextend and just go off stage and do it.
That's the scary Larry I wanted to see.
The scary Larry. You're on fire, man.
Right.
Of course, you need to do 8% to knock Snake off the Cypher, but you need a move that does 13% to blow it up. So.
Yeah, he's definitely been fighting back a lot well. So we're going to Battlefield. I'm wondering if Salem's going to stay Snake or switch to Link here.
I feel like, honestly, I'm not surprised he's sticking with the Snake. I feel like more than anything, I've been seeing him use Snake than any other character, surprisingly. I know he plays a lot of them, but I know at first at Smash Conference, you saw him use Link a lot.
Yeah, almost the whole time.
Yeah, and I feel like as the meta has progressed, he has been able to stick with Snake more than any other character I've really seen him dabble with. But honestly, I don't disagree. I don't disagree. I feel like it's definitely been working out for him. The moment he was off stage and the moment he tried to pull grenade by the ledge for his first stock, Larry's just kind of been taking advantage of the unsafe opportunities that Salem's been giving it to him for free.
Yeah. As a reminder, guys, this is top 8 brackets, so even though it's 1-1, this will go for a best of 5. Both players right now trying to see who'll get that early set lead.
This is also losers, of course. After we did the round robins, we were able to seed all the players, and the loser of this will have to go home.
Oh, yes. Might be a longer fight for Salem than for Larry. Nikita on the ledge, trying to get the 2-frame, but not quite doing so. Up air will kill!
Using that top platform to elevate himself so that way he could get that jump up air. That is what I like to see from Larry.
Yep.
The up air I was actually talking about is really scary. I mean, Wolf's aerials in general just do so much damage.
I think Larry was definitely shaky on that first game, but he seems to have definitely found his footing and how Wolf's hitboxes work with a character like Snake. Bit of a reminder he might have needed. No back air there from Salem. Now he's at 72 already. Wow, Larry.
This pick in particular just, I feel like, benefits Larry more than anything. I know that at the same time, like, Salem was like, all right, man, like, where do I gotta go? But, you know, these platforms are obviously just helping out Larry more than they're helping out Salem here.
Oh, look at those pivot dashes in the mid and neutral. Trying to find that up tilt, but didn't come out quite yet.
Oh my, he just really did that.
Okay, that would have been so big brain. Single hit forward tilt, and then wait till you roll behind me, or find the Nikita. All right, Salem's still staying in this.
Yeah, we don't tech those, especially at such a high percent. That red blast shows that you can't tech that, so. Either way, though, holding onto your stock to nearly 200%, that's how long you want to be living if you're Wolf.
He leaves the grenade there as insurance in case he messes up his approach, and then it pops him up all 4 hits of Nair. This is advanced Snake stuff from Salem. And the up tilt will kill. It does!
Wow, that was all rage. That was literally, it wasn't bad DI, I promise you. Like, rage it still is a thing in this game. It may not be as prominent as what we were used to in Smash 4, but definitely makes a difference, especially with Snake's up tilt.
Yeah, there's an early game I played called Streets of Rage. Taught you this lesson early on. Do not fight the bully face on. You will get hurt. And right now, at 167, Salem is showing no signs of dying.
Living instead, just getting up another Twinkle Toes up tilt here, landing on top of Salem. Salem's just running away with this momentum. I mean, one hit will do it. Good for Salem. Oh, the back hit of Nair, though, unfortunately, it's sour spot.
He's at 193, Vicky. That's a lot of hits for Wolf to get one stock.
It took him a while, but honestly, Larry lived to 199, so we're in it for the long run.
All right. Percents are going up. Tension is going up. The edge guard opportunity. No Nikita. There. Wow, I actually forgot that C4 was there.
It'd be tricky to follow, especially if the stage is kind of camouflaging it, but Larry's at 120.
Okay.
Playing it safe, just using the blaster. Great spacing on that fair.
I have to remark on what a comeback right now from Salem. He was actually down a full stock with percent, and now it's his own lead on this final stock. Can he trick Larry into finding his own explosion, or is Larry going to use that almost game 1 clutch factor that he exhibited earlier? Avoid Nikita forward air!
Oh,
No down air!
The directional air dodge back into the stage, avoiding that down air.
Okay, what's the mix-up?
Oh my gosh!
Oh, this is tense. Okay, no, they're both missing their up airs. Oh my God, he fought with an up tilt with a falling Nair and barely got it.
That's so aggressive. I mean, he's trying, you see what Larry's trying to go for here, but the trap with the grenade and the Nikita.
2 grenades. Oh, and then Nair misses dash attack. Oh, they are swinging. They are missing.
Oh, call this a battlefield right here.
All right.
The
down throw. He's going high in the bubble. Air dodge back onto the stage. The next air dodge is so long. The forward tilt. Larry taking the set lead.
The jump into directional air dodge back onto the stage. I don't know if Salem was just trying to like trip up Larry, but Larry just stood his ground and was like, all right, you could commit to that all you want, man. I got the forward tilt ready for you.
Yeah, he said this land is my land. you are going off to the stage, and Salem is now finding himself in a potential pick. I guess he's going Snake all the way, believes in himself against Wolf. He actually found an a lead there mid-game. He was down at first, then he got a huge lead mid-game, and then it was ultimately Lurr that clutched it out. But just like before, Salem potentially finding himself on his last game of the Invitational.
Yeah, Salem sticking to Snake, knowing that, again, I feel like with the lead that he's had, he's been doing overall a good job versus Larry, but I feel like he's getting angsty, especially trying to close out stocks.
Throw 3 easy jabs. Oh, bazooka!
And that's exactly what we were scared of, because we know how low that move actually hits below the ledge. Like,
yes,
two from you.
It's a massive hitbox, and that'll definitely cost you a stock. All right, I'll be actually very surprised if Salem loses here.
I can't count Larry yet out just because of the way he's been playing so far. Especially when he's down, he's just able to reverse the situation in his favor.
Oh, down there in neutral. Actually caught him with a forward after that, but no edge guard. Look how carefully Salem is maneuvering those air dodges to get around it. Ooh.
Oh my gosh, he was like, run at me one more time. My up tilt will kick you to the heavens.
Alrighty.
Especially on that top platform, like this is definitely going to be very difficult now for Larry after that last stock.
About 65 seconds have passed, and this is basically, never mind, it's not over. Larry loves to shut me up as soon as I'm going to say something. Scary Larry, let's see what happens. The down throw, dash attack, bread and butter up tilt. Okay, didn't quite read that shield, but still found another area. Hold on. He's kind of cooking right now.
Oh, but Salem says no can do, man. Lovely staying grounded, just retaliating with these arrows every time he sees Larry jump.
And the fact that you could sort of move forward with thinking 4 quick nairs in neutral, that does massive. I think it's 27% of all his nairs.
Yeah, and the down air out of shield right there too.
Okay. Salem was expecting that grenade to do some shield damage for that up with the poke. Just quite did it though. Oh, one more chance for Larry, but he can't fall for another one of those well-placed up tilts. Otherwise, we're going to game 5.
Yeah, that's going to be the tough part here. Is Larry needs to find his kill here. He doesn't, because Salem actually goes for the high recovery. I mean, at this percent, he's definitely going to die to an up tilt.
All right, the C4 comes in here. I like the fact he's mixing in using that get up attack from the ledge, but hold on, because Larry found the back here. It's 124-0, but he showed he can do this.
Again, and if Salem actually gets Larry to 160, that's basically checkmate if he gets grab. So 2 tools to look for is grab and up tilt in general.
Yeah, you can tell Larry's not risking it, using those lasers in neutral, staying very well far away from that shield of snakes.
Oh,
what a
grab! The pivot grab, and I'm not too sure if he just wasn't at 60 yet right there. It seems that that's why you saw him go for the back there instead.
Salem's not looking for that tomahawk. That's all you need. Game 5 in our grasp. Dang, this is about as back and forth you can ask for a set.
I mean, he was down 2 whole stocks. He brought Salem to his last stock, but again, you make one mistake at the high percent that you're at, especially against a character who has a confirm no matter what at past 160. It could be really tough to climb that hill.
And now, of course, you know, both players have won 2 games with their character choice so far, so I don't think we're gonna see a switch here. They've both proven to themselves they can do it. And even Salem, who's got some crazy secondaries, says, I'm gonna stick to Snake. The better player will win here, and only one can advance into our top 5.
Not even surprised again. Like, he's not doing bad with Snake. I just feel like he sees himself flubbing, and it's the reason why Larry's been able to go for these comebacks. You know, he brought his A game with that 2-frame on the down smash.
All right, this time we're not going back to Battlefield, back to the original first stage. I feel like the pro players only play on these 2 stages for almost all their matches. Less variance, but it's good. Again, all forwards in there into a dash attack, 56% already on Larry.
He's doing a really good job at catching Larry with that nair, especially like jumping distance from the ledge. He's calling out a lot of these jumps from Larry. Ooh, that tech roll in though.
Mixing him up, wasn't able to find a dash attack. Ooh, good ledge option, but it's going to cost him hitting that grenade. He's already at 98, which is actually kill percent for an up tilt. It's scary fighting against Snake in that circumstance.
Oh, he still fell on top of it with the fair though.
he clawed right through that up smash, which in the real world wouldn't probably work, but in Smash, anything works.
Yeah, man. Instead of trying to blow themselves up, it was like, I'll take it just in case.
Yep.
He tries to catch him with the back air right there too. The up tilt finding its way in. I mean, this is very similar to what we saw within the first 2 games at least from Larry.
The question is, how much extra credit is Salem going to get before Larry can find this stock? And right now it's 51. It's now 60. It's looking tougher and tougher now. And even that up smash somehow did not kill him.
No, I mean, you saw Salem was able to cross him up, but that up smash scoops you up, especially when you have nowhere to go when you're by the ledge. So it still didn't do the job, though. C4 not killing him yet either.
Jeez, Salem, he's now showing some of that patented patience of his. There we go, fine dash tech. Luckily it was at 86, not anything higher. He can't afford to take any more percent in the second stock.
Yeah, or let Salem have that rage, as we saw in the last game. You know, Salem letting rage get to him and letting him get the kill with the up tilt, but it's not a problem here.
Okay, nice snap to the ledge from Larry. And oh, that would have been a beautiful setup, but Salem missing that very important up air. All right. Remember, you gotta be
getting that extra percent. That's a free 10% for you right there.
Remember, if you're Snake, a grab at 160 is guaranteed kill.
Another high recovery for Salem. He forced to, and you saw even air dodge, but falling out of that forward tilt.
Okay. So right now, Larry is taking small hits and running away. He's taking what he can get, knowing for a fact that he can't contest with it. But now he's at 164. Do not get grabbed, otherwise that's a stock, or even a dash attack might do it. Nikita, and there it is!
Even though he was trying to use his side B there, it's just, you saw the red splash. Again, you can't tech that. He's definitely going to say goodbye, Wolf, especially at such a high percent.
I think it would be fitting for this to go to last stock, given how back and forth the set has been. Given the fact that they both had actually a pretty similar record in group stages, too. Grenade.
I'll try to call it a jump with the back air. Sneaks his way in, though, with the landing back air.
That almost did it. It's amazing how high Snake goes in his up B. It's so hard to tell which direction he's in.
And it's hard to try to catch you, especially when you know he has a C4. Oh, the follow from the grenade from Salem, though.
Goodness, that was a 40% string right there. That's big right now for Salem. He wants to close this out ASAP. Going high.
Oh, you see the drop on the C4 onto the platform. I was a little scared because, you know, that's why you saw Larry just stay grounded and just kind of wait out to see where Salem was going to be. Smart of Salem to go for the ledge invincibility and not just try to overcommit, land center stage.
One more up smash here. And the forward is still not dying.
I could just imagine how peeving this could possibly be for Larry, just not able to get the kill on Salem.
Yeah.
I mean, he's living to 162. He's got rage on his side. He just took 12% from that Nikita. There's a reflector that we were talking about coming up from Larry.
Because even if you're down, but it's still last stock each, there's still hope, right? There's still, it's just you not getting hit for an entire period. But right now, if you're going to trade, that's going to cost you the set against Snake. Congrats to Salem to move along, and Larry Lurr going out at 7th place alongside his other SoCal power rank compatriot, Void.
Yeah, I mean, overall, I feel like Larry did a really good job at staying even with Salem, but I feel like if it mattered and it really got down to it, the way that Salem was able to actually finish the stocks was a lot more consistent than Larry. And it could be just because he was doing a really good job at avoiding Larry's contention every time he did the high recovery. Again, we saw him get hit once with C4 every time he did go up there, and that's why he played it a lot more safe. But at that point, even when he reset neutral and stayed grounded, he still wasn't able to take Salem's stock, and I feel like that just was pretty detrimental to the set.
Winning any set requires on two things: how good your offense is by executing your combos, and how good your defense is by not getting hit of any of their introductory hits. And I think that second point, the latter, is really what Salem strived on. Every time Larry was going after him with either a nair or one of those hard forwarders that Wolf does, or those weird up smashes which scoop you up, he just had enough time to get away from him and actually made a sort of a tricky mix-up every single time in neutral, so he didn't get hit. So if you don't get anything started, you can't finish anything, right?
Exactly.